Okay, team, we made it. The rescue ship is gonna be able to land. Hell yeah!
Hard to believe how far we've come. I have to say, all this time I was trying hard not to think about how much the odds were against us. But we beat them. We beat the odds. It's incredible.
Cheers to us, huh?
I mean, it's almost as if we've pushed this world to its limits, but also ourselves. Amazing what human resilience can do.
Yeah, I still can't believe any of it. But it's not over yet. There's two things we need to discuss. One, after talking to Allied Corp Big Fish, we decided that it's better for your safety if the crew doesn't know you exist. So, you need to be smuggled on board that ship.
What? Hide us? Why?
Wait a minute. What do you mean, fake Rapidium, Ark? And why can't we travel like normal people?
You can't be serious. Why the hell are we supposed to hide? Are we a threat to anybody? That's ridiculous. What are we? You're embarrassing cargo now?
All right. And what about the other thing?
Okay, here comes problem number 2. I talked to Lena, and after what she told me, I'm not sure I can trust the corporal lady to keep her word and let you stay alive. Which means we might want to think of a way to take control of that ship ourselves. Guide it out of their reach, somewhere they can't find you. Once we land, we'd have to abandon the ship with the Rapidium on board. Allied Corp would find it eventually, but it will buy us time to get you to safety.
Hey, wait a minute. This is not what we were preparing for. Hiding and... what? Picking a fight with the rescue team? Interesting. You do know that the crew of that ship will probably be fully armed? Are you willing to confront a military unit?
Armed? Why didn't we know about this?
Still having doubts if we should trust them?
No way. I am not fighting anyone.
That would be suicide.
I never said anything about fighting them. We need to be smart about this.
Look, we're a team. We'll think of something, right? We could sneak up on them. Use the element of surprise. They don't know what to expect out here.
Remember, they have no idea about your existence. We could use that to our advantage. Correct. And we can also predict that they will have to enter the base to salvage any mission-critical documentation. That's the procedure, and they will have to follow it.
Okay, so maybe we could hide outside, wait until they enter the base, and lock them in somehow.
And? What next?
What do you think? Get the fuck out of here. What? And just leave them?
You do remember about the sunrise, right? Locking them inside the base and taking off without them would be a death sentence. But before they die, they'd have enough time to contact Earth and warn everybody.
So what do you suggest?
If we're really considering going to war with them, I'd say there's a much safer way to handle it. Such as, we could blow up the base with the rescue team inside. Explosives shouldn't be hard to prepare.
No. There has to be another way than killing. It should be something Jan could carry out on his own if we're really supposed to be hidden from them.
Any ideas, Brainiac? We could let them board the ship without knowing that you're not alone, of course. But just before takeoff, you could simply use some kind of incapacitating agent on them.
Like a sleeping gas?
Like a sleeping gas. Of course, you'd have to be prepared for it. Devise some kind of upgrade to your suit so that the sleeping agent doesn't have any effect on you.
Gas mask?
A gas mask. But the biggest problem with that solution is that you'd have to be smart about deploying it. Sneak up to a ventilation shaft when no one is looking. There's no guarantee you'll have an opportunity to do that.
It's too risky.
What if you get caught? I say we take the risk. We've done impossible things before, and we can do it now. But killing? That would be new. And I don't think I want to find out how it feels to have blood on my hands.
We're not killers, for crying out loud.
The sun is not going to wait for us. We need to be ready.
Okay, I get it. But we have to decide on something.
Just explain one thing to me. Why are we so scared for our lives all of a sudden? After everything we've been through, do we really want to end this as cowards? Look, I'm not a killer. None of us is. But we need to make one thing clear. If the gas doesn't work properly, we'll be screwed.
If you want my opinion, there's only one factor we need to consider while making this decision: the success of the mission. No. Your safety is what matters most to me.
And you have our loyalty.
Okay. Whatever you decide, right now we need to focus on the fundamentals. Let's say we dealt with the rescue team one way or another. What then?
We'd need to take control of that ship somehow. Lucas could help with that.
I already talked to him, and
he said he'd think it over.
well, let's hope you hear from him soon and we'll have him on board. Because if we don't, we'll have to create our own autopilot device, connect it to the onboard computer, and override the coordinates of our destination.
That sounds like a lot of additional work.
Let's just fucking get on with it then.
We still need to decide how to smuggle you on board. I presume you already gave it some thought prior to this conversation? I'd like to listen to your ideas first.
Here's one. You could throw a party for our guests, get them drunk while we'd hide somewhere in the hold.
I'm thinking a disguise. I haven't figured out as what yet. An alternative rescue team that landed here by mistake and lost their ship.
We could pretend to be specimens from this planet. We just need to find some damn big boxes.
Fine, here's my take. It's not the actual smuggling that's the problem, it's surviving the voyage in cryosleep. And that's going to take a separate, properly designed module.
I was just gonna say that.
How about a Rapidium arc? The cargo they'll never leave behind. Oh, that's actually interesting.
How do you want us to fit inside a Rapidium arc?
As long as it's not hazardous to our health.
A Rapidium arc with a false bottom. That's what we should build.
You mean some kind of magic cabinet shit? How about a fake module that's only pretending to be filled with Rapidium?
That's it. We need to create a fake Rapidium arc.
Something like a Trojan horse?
A Trojan horse Rapidium arc. Yeah, I like it. That's settled. Do we have everything? Almost. Except the last detail.
What do you mean?
We managed to get on board, hijack the ship, steer it wherever we want. What next, Jan? Have you really thought this through? You said you'd get us to safety, buy us time to escape and hide, but what about you? Our disappearance might even be beneficial to the corporation. It could be convenient for them if we're gone and buried. But you, they'll be determined to hunt you down. They'll need to have a scapegoat, someone they can blame for losing their ship. And contrary to us, you're an existing person. You can be traced. You can be put on trial. Are you sure you want to do this? Suffer the consequences if they catch you?
Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. Whatever happens, we've got your back, man.
Let's hope you know what you're doing.
Well, we're not going to be able to brainstorm everything out, right? Some things are just out of our control. What a mature comment, Jan. I'm proud of you. That's scary, but I guess it's true.
That's basically what I've been saying the whole time.
Well, well, well. Look who's gained a new outlook on reality. Let's just do what we do best. I'll activate the beacon, and then we get to work.
I second that. Enough talking.
Let's give it all we've got.
We're in this together. This is it. The last stretch.
Yes. No time to waste.
Lucas, it's good to hear from you.
Jan, did you manage to get rid of that barrier?
Yeah, the ship's gonna be here anytime now. Have you thought about helping me out?
I have. And it's a big favor to ask. But I thought it over after we talked. That thing you said about Maxwell's patience, I have to confess something. It's not easy, but truth is, I knew what was going on. I just kept lying to myself. Yes, Maxwell did order me to delete files, and I did it without questioning, feeling good about myself and the grand vision for humanity I was part of. But then one day, this woman calls. I think she got through to me by accident. She was asking about her son. She sounded distressed and wanted access to his medical information, but I just hung up before I could hear what really happened to him. Well, no, I know. The day before she called, I saw a patient being carried out in a plastic bag, but I looked away. And again, no questions. It was easier not to know. But those rumors about why Project Ela was shut down, well, I think they're true. I know they're true. I always did, but I just said it out loud for the first time. Oh. I feel so bad about it now.
Man, that's a heavy thing to admit. And I know it took courage.
It's good to get it off my chest. And I know one thing. I don't want to do that anymore. Be part of something I don't approve of. And the least I can do is help you to get your alters somewhere far away, where they have a chance to escape to freedom. We'll let Ally Corp retrieve the Rapidium when they find the ship eventually. Your alters deserve to live. And you deserve to choose their fate.
Thanks, Lucas. Let's do it. I know how much you're risking.
Yeah. Yeah, I am risking a lot. Maybe more than you know. But you risked a lot too. Just because I asked you to. And I think I've learned something from you, Jan.
Oh yeah? What's that?
Sometimes you just have to shut your eyes and do the dangerous thing.
Doesn't sound like something Grandma would approve of.
I don't know. Maybe you'll get a chance to ask her yourself. I'm saving a spot for you in her calendar.
All right. We'd better get down to it then.
Yeah, right. In that case, I'll need you to prepare something for me. Because I'm not going to be able to use codes from Maxwell to hack the ship's autopilot system. You're going to have to give me a way in.
What do you need?
A rat.
A what?
A remote access transmitter. All you'll need to do is activate it once you're on board and align it with the ship's frequency.
That sounds simple enough. But where will you put the ship down?
That depends on the weather and have some ideas.
Lucas?
Good luck.
You wanted to talk about something? Yeah. We've come a long way together, haven't we? So, it's that serious? No. I mean, well, maybe. I was just wondering, with the rescue ship arriving any day now,
Have you thought about what it's gonna look like after you come back? For you, I mean. What are you planning to do with your life, Jan? I don't know exactly, but I'm a new man. And I feel ready for a fresh start. A fresh start. Wow. That sounds exciting. But what exactly does it mean? Do you have a goal in sight? Let me guess. You have some good advice for me about how I should live my life from now on. Not really. I was just curious if you intend to live it well. What's it to you anyway? Well, it matters to me. Because at the end of the day, I guess I'll have to consider your life somehow superior to mine. Superior? What do you mean? Only one of us will be able to continue his life as Jan Dolsky. The real Jan Dolsky. And it will be you. And as petty as it might sound, it just feels a little unfair, you know? And according to you, the fair outcome would be not being reduced to the role of somebody else's alter. But this is who you are. Well, it doesn't feel that way. It feels like I'm genuine. Genuine. Admit it. You were lost in your life. And you might have changed, but you still don't know where you're going. Whereas I do. What the hell are you suggesting? Think about it, Jan. Let go of your ego for a moment. Our life made more sense to me than it did to you. I had a sense of purpose. My wife, my family, children, maybe. What if I was the one to come back as Jan Dolsky? What? Swap places? That's the most ridiculous idea I've ever heard. I can be happy in my life too, you know, with Lena or someone else. This is what I've learned on this journey with all of you. That it's only up to me to find happiness right where I am. Well, my happiness lies only wherever she is. But since you're fine no matter where you are, well, that just proves my point. All I'm asking is that you look at the situation through my eyes. Fine. Show me your perspective then. Look, I'm not saying your life is worth less than mine. Maybe it's even worth more. You've achieved great things, found Rapidium, got through so many obstacles. And you can continue on that road, enjoying being the new Jan you've become, while I could go back to the only life I want. With Lena. Haven't you ever thought that maybe that was the actual purpose of your journey? To become my own alter? No, Jan. You'd still be yourself. But you'd take my place with the others. Nobody would have to know. Huh. Maybe it is where I belong. You have Lena and I have my alters. Maybe they're my family. Hey, there you go. Look, I know it's not a decision to be made lightly, and I don't expect an immediate answer. Just think about it. We still have a few days until the ship lands.
You, TR, buckle up and, you know, Jan.
Jan. T.R.
Yeah. TR. That's you.
Jan. T.R. Dolsky.
Oh, shit. Hey, that's a serious name, TR. Looking forward to reading your book.
Good. Bye, Jan.
I'll see you on the other side, buddy. Take care in there. I'm glad you joined us for the ride.
What can I say? It was an honor. Meeting you made me realize how fragile and unpredictable a man's fate can be.
Thanks for inspiring me to be more brave in the future. It's good to know that I have it in me.
You sure do. All right. Let's head for the unknown. Again.
Thanks for sticking around, buddy.
So, this is it, huh? Real life awaits.
You excited?
Excited, terrified, everything at once. But whatever happens, I know the bond between people can overcome the most improbable obstacles. So you don't have to worry about our friendship.
I'm not worried. Take care out there. The world is your oyster.
I won't let ourselves down.
So, wish me luck.
Yeah, good luck. And thanks for looking out for me. Shame we didn't get more time with each other.
We still might.
You really believe that? Because I got a feeling that if shit can happen, it's gonna happen to me. Anyways, later, man. Use that good fortune of yours to get us out of here in one piece.
So, this is it. Have a safe trip and see you on the other side. Thanks for helping me deal with my regrets and everything. What would I ever do without you, man?
We're gonna have to stay away from each other back on Earth, huh?
Probably. Unless I introduce you as my long-lost twin.
Yeah, right.
It's been a ride, huh?
Tell me about it. I'll see you around, brother.
All right, so this is it.
Yep. It's just the two of us left. Did you think about it? My proposition?
So, you really meant it.
I did. And I still do. I know it's crazy, but show me something that hasn't been lately. What do you say?
I've given it some thought, and I realized that my path lies with the others, for better and for worse. So, yes, go instead of me, seek your happiness, and I'll seek mine.
Wow. I didn't think you'd be up to it. I honestly don't know what to say.
Don't say anything. I'm doing it for the both of us.
That is the only way I'd want it. So, I guess it's time to switch. Ready to get in?
Okay. Don't let me down.
I won't. Wish me luck.
Good luck, man.
Jan, Agatha here. Our people are about to land. Did you prepare everything as we discussed?
Maybe. But I have some questions I'd like to ask you before we proceed with this plan.
I know you've been talking to Lena.
You do? Huh. Yeah. I know you do.
I thought we had a deal. No more secrets. Do you really think you can pull one over on me?
What about your part of the deal? You never said anything about the rescue team being an armed squadron.
Oh. So you expect me to explain myself to you now? After everything that's happened, I must say that's cheeky. But I will indulge you. The team is armed because this is a Rapidium retrieving mission, Jan. And the corporation will protect its assets with whatever means available. Now, I don't know what you and your ex have been discussing so fervently on an unauthorized channel, but I would like you to listen to me very carefully. Whatever you might be thinking of doing, you must understand that your time of breezy irresponsibility is coming to an end. You are heading back to society, where certain rules and laws apply. In this world, every decision you make has consequences. And not just for you. Take Lena, for example. Her career, so promising. It would indeed be a shame were it to be cut short by criminal charges.
What? Hey, Lena has nothing to do with this.
Of course she doesn't. As long as everything goes as planned. But, if the mission is compromised, I'm afraid the disciplinary commission will have no choice but to investigate her involvement thoroughly. I can't imagine you'd possibly value a bunch of quantum-projected reflections of yourself more than your real loving wife. Because that would be very narcissistic. The corporation owes them nothing. You owe them nothing. They do not exist for real, and you know that. Because you're a grown man, Jan Dolsky, not a child who believes in fantasies. Smuggle them on board the ship as you were told, and do not attempt a single thing we haven't agreed on. Once you take off, your nightmare will be over, and there will be no more than ghosts to you. You'll forget your worries. Everything is different in the light of day. And of course, I can't wait to have a blast with you at our press conference.
Oh, this is it. I'm on my own. Thanks for a good beginning and being a home for me, for us.
John Dolsky? This is the Ally Corp Rescue Squadron at your service, sir.
Hello. You made it.
We made it. Hear that, guys? Praising us for getting here on time. You made it, Dolsky. And we couldn't believe the brief when we read it. How are you feeling, big guy?
Ready to do it all over again, if needed.
What a champ. I wish I'd met you earlier. Operating that base, getting into the other side of the planet, collecting Rapidium, all on your freaking own. Yet we've been having heated debates about how you managed it.
I'll tell you more when we get back. We'll have a lot of time then, right?
Yeah, brace yourself. You better prepare to be the talk of the town. Anyway, you must be beaten. Get that gritty ass of yours on the ship while we run a final checkup on that CB unit. All right, boys and girls. Let's go retrieve some allied corp assets. Okay, let's get that rupidium loaded first.
On it, sir. Scanning for contamination. Hey, there's something strange about this one. It's heavier. And the bioscanner readings.
Contamination?
I don't know. Organic traces.
Dosky, did you have a cat that climbed into a rupidium arc or anything?
A cat? Not that I know of.
Well, we got something in here. Any explanation you can give me?
Sorry, but no idea.
Seriously? The readings show that there's signs of life inside this crate. And it's considerably heavier than the other ones. We can't just ignore it. You might be a hero, Dosky, but you need to cooperate.
No. It's all in your hands right now. The rupidium needs to get back to Earth. If there's anything wrong with that arc, I'm sure Ally Corp experts can take care of it. But it would break my heart if we were to lose such a big part of the cargo just because of some readings we don't understand.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Sorry. For a moment there, I forgot how important this mission was.
What do we do with the readings, sir? You want me to report them?
We'll do that once we're airborne. Just make sure those containers are sealed tight. You'll get a proper checkup when we land. We gotta clear the base and get out of here. On the double now.
Here goes nothing.
That's a lot of personal stuff for one guy. Oh, please, can you focus on more important assets than Dolsky's own life? We ain't got all day.
Yes, sir. Head into the research lab and we should be done.
You set up a research lab, huh? What a guy.
Come on.
Quantum core secured.
All good on our side, too.
Come on.
All right, let's get the hell out of here before we get fried.
Made it. Hope Lucas takes care of everything now. How did I end up here? Was this path just a random sequence of events?
there's always another way. I've made my choices. Wherever I go, they will be a part of me.
Good news on the food front, as another Rapidium food factory has been announced to open next month. This time not by a big corporation, but a small startup aiming at producing low-cost, high-quality products for everyone. It's the first time a company from outside the Big Six has taken Rapidium from research to production. And experts have no doubt that this is only the start of a bigger process.
Having these smaller companies who got their share of Rapidium entering the market is great news. Let's remember that those startups have big ambitions. They want to be innovative, think outside the box. And their priority is not to boost their stock prices, but to make their mark in the industry. I'm sure more will follow to create a competitive environment, and in the long run, Rapidium-grown food will become much cheaper and more available to everyone.
More on that subject in our business segment right after the break.
Hello?
Hey there.
Lena. Hey.
I'm on my way to your place. Are you ready for a big day?
I've been stuck in these four walls for almost 2 months. I'm excited to go anywhere, even if it's my own trial. Thanks for finding the time to take me there.
It's nothing. I'm just glad I can help in any way. It must be confusing testifying as someone you're not.
Yeah, it is confusing. Funny, but it almost feels like walking in the shoes of a total stranger. But it's good to know I can share my secret with you, and that I have your support.
Any news from the morning hearings?
Yeah, my lawyer told me that Lucas Pena testified.
And how'd it go?
He's delighted. Lucas testified that Jan's erratic behavior could have been caused by manipulative instructions from Maxwell. And, amazingly, he took the blow for me. For the other me. Said Jan had nothing to do with hijacking the ship. It was all on him, Lucas. Guess he didn't want to drag me down with him.
Oh, that's great, right?
Yeah. Looks like Jan made a real friend out there.
And how are you feeling? All set to take the stand and give your testimony?
As long as you're by my side, I'm ready for anything.
Good. Then I hope you've been rehearsing what Ally Corp wants you to say. No mention of who you are, or the real Jan and the other ones who got away. Nothing. You shouldn't jeopardize their safety.
The real Jan? Is that how you think of him? Who am I to you then?
Hey, stop it. You're real too. I just... Remember what you said to me when we met after you arrived about being honest?
Of course.
Well, that's what we need to do. Be honest with ourselves. Even if it's not easy. I don't want to pretend all this is just some kind of fake fairy tale. I don't want to lie to myself about who you really are. It wouldn't be right by you and by him. It's still so confusing.
I know. Sorry. We'll work it out, I promise.
Yeah, I know. Let's get back to your testimony. Where were we?
No mention of anything.
Just stick to the version recommended by the Allied Corp lawyers, and you can count on leniency.
I know. The prosecutor will respect our understanding and request a minimal sentence.
Yes. That's what they promised you, right?
What if I decide to tell the truth?
Please. You don't know them. They'll come at you with everything they've got. You tried to steal their assets. I'm sorry, but that's how it looks. It's a good thing they were so consumed with salvaging rupidium from that ship. Otherwise, they wouldn't turn a blind eye about the rest of the cargo getting away. If you don't play along, they can pin so much on you. But I know Agatha. I know why she desperately wants to keep your trial low-key. All she cares about is the rupidium spin and share prices. So, don't overthink it. Just take the damn deal.
12 to 18 months home confinement. That's what my lawyer said. If I take it. Not that long, huh?
No, not long at all. It's not that hard. You, Jan Dolsky, were out there all alone, suffering from prolonged solitude, radiation, constant fear of dying. That's why you behaved irrationally when the rescue team got to you. And you don't remember why you hijacked the ship and ran away. You weren't yourself.
Very funny.
I'm serious. You need to plead temporary insanity, like your lawyer advised.
Yeah, I know. I was unable to appreciate the nature of my wrongful acts, and I'm happy that Ally Corp tracked me down and offered me mental support. See? I did my homework.
Yeah, now you need to deliver, okay? You need to do it for the sake of the others out there. Ally Corp promised not to seek them out actively.
It's not the others you care so much about, but him, right? You'll never stop caring for him even though he let you go.
He sacrificed himself for the sake of whatever he had in his mind. How can I not give a shit about that?
No, you're right. Of course. I'm sorry. Stupid jealousy.
Jan cared for you too, you know? All of you. So, it's just about basic decency.
You're right. I owe it to them. You did your thing by disabling that implant tracking system, but I guess it's not enough for Ally Corp.
It's not. If they set their minds on something, they're bound to achieve it one way or another. And since they fired me, you no longer have a friend on the inside.
I know.
Right. I'm outside your building. Just need to find a parking spot.
Good luck with that.
It's not such a bad neighborhood.
You think?
For home arrest?
Right.
Bingo. Found it. You can come down. Don't forget your ID.
I won't. Lena.
Yeah?
I really appreciate this. I do.
I know.
I get how crazy this must be for you. It's crazy for me too. But I love you.
Right. Just give me time, okay?
Of course. Looks like I'll have a lot of that. I'll see you in a minute.
just see how this plays out.
How did I end up here? Was this path just a random sequence of events? Now I know that there's always another way. I made my choices. Wherever I go, they will be a part of me.
People have continued to take to the streets in reaction to food rations being cut down to the bare minimum. Now onto the top story of the week. Events are unfolding rapidly as AliCorp has announced today that the Rapidium found by one of its missions has been tested, verified, and cleared for development in the newly created Department of Rapidium Technology. According to the press release, the new unit will be run by Dr. Lena Berg, a biotechnician with significant experience in AliCorp's research department. Dr. Berg will lead a team of highly skilled professionals to develop and deliver the best Rapidium-grown products. AliCorp also pledged to share Rapidium with non-profit organizations according to their subsidy terms. Experts say that this is what matters most.
I'm sure AliCorp can come up with some exciting Rapidium solutions quickly, but what's really important is that they won't have monopoly. And we will get Rapidium-grown food, not just for the richest buyers, but for everyone.
More on that subject in our business segment right after the break.
Hello?
Hey, it's me.
Lena. I was pretty sure you wouldn't want to talk to me.
I'm sorry I reacted like that. I was in shock. I needed to be alone.
But you're calling now. That's all that matters.
Well, I wasn't sure if I wanted to, but then I found out we've been invited to the same press event. Jan Dulski, the man who brought Rapidium to Earth.
And Lena Berg, freshly appointed as the head of AliCorp's Department of Rapidium Technologies.
You heard?
Of course. Congratulations. I'm so proud.
Thanks. Jan. It's still so awkward to call you that knowing who you really are.
I understand how hard it must be, but everything will be different with me, I promise.
I have to say I appreciate your honesty. The way you just reached out to me. It was very brave of you to tell me the truth, instead of pretending to be him. Like you do in front of everybody else.
Brave? Please, Lena, I could never lie to you. It's against my nature. I just wish I could show myself to the world like I'm showing myself to you. Sharing that secret with you is almost like splitting the burden in half. So I'm the one who should be saying thank you.
In that case, can I ask you something? The other night, when we met and you told me about yourself, you said Jan, my ex, wanted you to come back instead of him. But you never said what really happened to him and the others. Didn't they get onto that rescue ship?
No. They decided to stay behind in a bunker to keep away from the corporation.
Really? But Jan said something about hiding you. His alters, smuggling you on board. Didn't that happen?
Yeah, right. That was the plan initially, but the hard truth is, it never happened. The rescue team just didn't allow it.
They found out,
Yeah, they did.
but they let you on board.
Thinking I was, you know, him. Yeah.
Whose idea was it to swap places?
I asked him to do it. For me. But most of all, for you. I had this overwhelming sensation that this is the only possible ending to this story. And that if it doesn't happen, if I don't give it a chance, then something very important, very precious will be lost forever.
I see. What do you think happened to him?
I don't know. All we can do is keep hoping that we'll find out someday.
I don't know. Doesn't work for me. With my new position in the company, they'll have to tell me the truth.
What if your position is a result of what happened? He wouldn't want you to lose it. Neither of us would want you to lose it.
Are you telling me I should just let it go?
Maybe.
Shit.
What? What happened?
Sorry, I almost just ran into another car.
You're driving?
Yeah, to the press event. It starts in half an hour.
Damn. I better get going myself.
Jan,
Yeah?
if we're gonna do this together, I'm gonna have to be sure I can trust you. Can I trust you?
Of course you can. I'll see you in half an hour. I can't give up my life for you. I don't think I'm that selfless. Sure. I understand. I'd probably do the same thing if I were you. Well, in that case, good luck whatever happens. I hope your new life doesn't let you down. Same to you, buddy. I'll make sure you get a chance to find your own happiness. Thanks, man. Take care.
John Dolsky, this is the Allied Corp Rescue Squadron at your service, sir.
Hello. You made it.
We made it. Hear that, guys? Praising us for getting here on time. You made it, Dolsky. And we couldn't believe the brief when we read it. How are you feeling, big guy?
Ready to do it all over again, if needed.
What a champ. I wish I'd met you earlier. Operating that base, getting into the other side of the planet, collecting Repedium, all on your freaking own. Yet we've been having heated debates about how you managed it.
I'll tell you more when we land. We'll have a lot of time to talk, right?
Yeah, brace yourself. You better prepare to be the talk of the town. Anyway, you must be beaten. Get that ready ass of yours on the ship while we run a final checkup on that safety unit. All right, boys and girls. Let's go retrieve some Allied Corp assets. get that rupidium loaded first.
On it, sir. Scanning for contamination. Hey, there's something strange about this one. It's heavier. And the bioscanner readings.
Contamination?
I don't know. Organic traces.
Dosky, did you have a cat that climbed into a rupidium arc or anything?
What are you talking about? That's impossible.
Well, we got something in here. Any explanation you can give me?
The only explanation I can give you is that we've got a lot of rupidium in there. But whatever else your equipment is detecting, I don't think it matters much. And I'm sure there'll be experts on the ground to analyze it properly back on Earth.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Our job is to bring back the goods, not overthink it. This is not like we're going to leave part of the cargo behind. The bosses would kill us.
What do we do with the readings, sir? You want me to report them?
We'll do that once we're airborne. Just make sure those containers are sealed tight. You'll get a proper checkup when we land. We gotta clear the base and get out of here. On the double now.
Nothing.
That's a lot of personal stuff for one guy.
Oh, please, can you focus on more important assets than Boski's own? We ain't got all day.
Yes, sir. Head out to the research lab and we should be done.
You set up the research lab, huh? What a guy.
Just a random sequence of events. Now I know that there's always another way. I made my choices. Wherever I go, they will be a part of me.
Good news on the food front, as another Rapidium food factory has been announced to open next month. This time not by a big corporation, but a small startup aiming at producing low-cost, high-quality products for everyone. It's the first time a company from outside the Big Six has taken Rapidium from research to production. And experts have no doubt that this is only the start of a bigger process.
Having these smaller companies who got their share of Rapidium entering the market is great news. Let's remember that those startups have big ambitions. They want to be innovative, think outside the box. And their priority is not to boost their stock prices, but to make their mark in the industry. I'm sure more will follow to create a competitive environment, and in the long run, Rapidium-grown food will become much cheaper and more available to everyone.
More on that subject in our business segment right after the break.
Hello?
Hey, Jan, it's Sarah. Ready for court? The driver's on his way.
I've been stuck in this apartment for months. I'm excited to go anywhere. Even if it is my own trial.
Right. Just stick to the version we discussed, okay?
You mean Ally Corp's version?
That's exactly what I mean. No mention of any illegal experiments up there, and you can count on leniency.
Illegal experiments.
Listen, I don't know the details of what went on, and I don't have to know. But we should be glad Ally Corp is willing to turn a blind eye on what you did. Steering their ship into a goddamn desert.
Yeah, well, they got their Rapidium.
That's right. And the Rapidium spin is all they care about. For now. They could stop being so generous if you don't play along. So just go with their story that you lost it up there.
That's your recommendation, as my lawyer.
It makes sense, doesn't it? A man stranded on a hostile planet after losing his whole crew, all alone for so long.
Temporary insanity, huh?
It's a valid strategy.
Right. I guess it does add up, if you look at it from a certain angle.
That's correct. You need to be pragmatic here.
Okay. So, how did the morning hearings go?
Your mission controller testified first, Lucas Pena. He took full responsibility for hijacking the ship, said you had nothing to do with it.
Does that mean he's in trouble?
What do you think? He wasn't working for Ally Corp anymore when he did it. He just hacked into their systems like a regular crook.
That's my man. Well done, Lucas.
Don't ask me why, but he seemed liberated by it all. Said he was glad he could play a role in something finally. I think that's how he phrased it. Anyway, that's taking a lot off your shoulders. So, all things considered, I'm not expecting the court to be that hard on you. Provided, of course, that you don't upset the corporation.
And go along with their narrative. So we're still hoping I can avoid prison altogether?
I'd say home confinement is within our reach. A year, perhaps? 18 months tops?
Okay. Right. What about the other hearing?
Lena, she stuck to everything we discussed. No surprises there.
Okay.
Well, maybe except for one moment at the end when she pointed out that this was not just any mission for you. And how she witnessed you facing those struggles all by yourself and emerging a changed, better man out of it all.
Really? Those her words?
Yeah. Not exactly a game changer considering the scandal surrounding her exit from Ally Corp, but it's something.
How is she handling it? Being fired like that?
Well, it wasn't nice, but at least they didn't press charges for sabotaging their database or whatever it was that she did.
Right. I simply didn't want anyone to find out how and why she helped me.
What matters to us is that she testified in your favor.
It means a lot to me that she's still rooting for me, despite everything.
You'll be allowed to talk to her after the trial. I know she wants to meet. For now, why don't we focus on your testimony? Let's go through it one more time.
Yeah, no need to do that. My driver just arrived. I should go now.
The driver can wait. Are you absolutely sure you've got this? Your future depends on it.
I know. Don't worry. I'm ready to face it. Just a random sequence of events. Now I know that there's always another way. I've made my choices. Wherever I go, they will be a part of me.
Good news on the food front, as another Rapidium food factory has been announced to open next month. This time not by a big corporation, but a small startup aiming at producing low-cost, high-quality products for everyone. It's the first time a company from outside the Big Six has taken Rapidium from research to production. And experts have no doubt that this is only the start of a bigger process.
Having these smaller companies who got their share of Rapidium entering the market is great news. Let's remember that those startups have big ambitions. They want to be innovative, think outside the box. And their priority is not to boost their stock prices, but to make their mark in the industry. I'm sure more will follow to create a competitive environment, and in the long run, Rapidium-grown food will become much cheaper and more available to everyone.
More on that subject in our business segment right after the break.
Hello?
Hi, Jan. Peter here. So we have 2 interviews scheduled for today and an optional charity dinner, but we'll get to that later. The car's on its way. I thought I'd call and check if you're ready.
More interviews? When do I get a day off?
I'm sorry, but you're bound by the contract you signed when you volunteered for Project Dolly. Plus, you know, you're a hero now. It's part of the job.
Anything new I should be prepared to talk about?
Not really. Same old story. You know the drill.
Yeah. I brought the Rapidium all on my own thanks to my determination and undying faith in the mission.
As well as the support and dedication of Ally Corp professionals.
Exactly my thought.
Perfect. You're all set then.
Agatha back from her business trip yet?
Yes, I believe she is. Why?
Did you deliver my message to her?
I'm sorry, I only got to her assistant. She said she'd pass it on.
And? Did she?
Look, if this is about that special cargo you asked about, I don't think we're getting much out of them. I don't know what was in it, but maybe you should just let it go. I mean, you can have whatever you want now. Extended health care, increased personal expenses, a bigger apartment, maybe? If there's anything you need, Ally Corp just wants us to let them know.
Tell Agatha to meet me in person, or I swear I'll spill the whole truth at these interviews.
Jan, listen to me. You've been through a lot up there, no denying that. If you need a rest from your public duties, I'll set up a meeting with your mental health counselor.
You think I'm a fruitcake?
No, I don't. But if you go out there saying crazy things, the corporation will make sure people take you for one. Right. Moving on to that charity event. Like I said, it's optional. You don't have to go. Dr. Lena was invited too. And her assistant called yesterday, asking if you're planning on attending. Because if you are, she'd rather skip it. I guess running the Department of Rapidium Technologies makes her value her time more, huh? So, question is, are you planning on attending?
Is there really no chance of the two of us being in the same room?
I don't know. I think this is between you and her. I don't do personal matters, really. But you were in touch with her during the mission, right? I heard that she helped you somehow?
Yeah, she did. I guess she's just disappointed with how I played things out.
Disappointed? Are you serious?
I understand her. There was more than just Rapidium to salvage from that planet.
More than... What do you mean?
Never mind.
Okay, so what are we telling her PA about that dinner? Do you want to go?
I'll be there. So, she'll have to pass. Please send her my congratulations on her new role at Ally Corp. Big step up for her.
Of course I will. Now, I have a list of questions for the first interview in front of me. Why don't we go through them quickly?
Too late. That's my driver. Gotta go.
Well, are you sure? I mean, there are a few that could be tougher than usual.
Don't worry. I'll be fine. I'm not afraid of tough questions. Okay, team, we made it. The rescue ship is gonna be able to land.
I have to say, all this time I was trying hard not to think about how much the odds were against us. But we beat them. We beat the odds. It's incredible.
I'm proud to be here with you, right now, in this moment. I'll never forget this feeling. And what a ride, man. Cheers to us, huh?
But it's not over yet. There's two things we need to discuss. One, after talking to Maxwell, we've decided that it's better for your safety if the crew doesn't know you exist. So, you need to be smuggled on board that ship.
You can't be serious. Why the hell are we supposed to hide? Are we a threat to anybody? Let me get this straight. You want to smuggle us on board that ship? I don't know about you guys, but to me, that has trouble written all over it.
All right. And what about the other thing?
Okay, here comes problem number 2. I learned some disturbing things about Maxwell's experiments, and I'm not sure we can trust him to stick to his word and keep you safe from harm. Which means we might want to think of a way to take control of that ship ourselves. Guide it out of their reach, somewhere they can't find you.
Heist. And what do we do with all the rupidium?
Once we land, we'd have to abandon the ship with the rupidium on board. Ally Corp would find it eventually, but it will buy us time to get you to safety.
Sounds risky and surreal. But I don't think Jan would be bringing that up if the threat weren't real.
Interesting. You do know that the crew of that ship will probably be fully armed? Are you willing to confront a military unit?
Armed? Why didn't we know about this?
If we want to survive, we have to be prepared for everything, even fighting.
Look, we're a team. I'll think of something, right? Is this the right moment to say that my black belt is fake?
They work for the corporation, which means they'll have their greedy eyes on one thing only: rupidium.
Remember, they have no idea about your existence. We could use that to our advantage. Correct. And we can also predict that they will have to enter the base to salvage any mission-critical documentation. That's the procedure, and they will have to follow it. So, maybe we could hide inside the base and ambush them once they get in.
Ambush? How?
Haven't you been listening? They'll be armed, and we could be outnumbered.
Should I remind you that I don't have that black belt?
No. If we really feel up to a violent confrontation, we should be prepared for extreme measures. Such as, we could blow up the base with the rescue team inside. Explosives shouldn't be hard to prepare.
It's brutal, but it's either them or us. We shouldn't hold back, not now. Agreed. And don't forget, it's a corporate militia we're talking about. Stop-at-nothing, ruthless killing machines. Listen to yourselves. Every one of us has experienced the death of a loved one. Those people, because they are people, they probably have families, children, maybe, and you just want to blow them up?
Of course, we could look for a non-violent option, one that would spare their lives.
Ah, please, cry me a river.
What are you talking about? We could let them board the ship without knowing that you're not alone, of course. But just before takeoff, you could simply use some kind of incapacitating agent on them, like a sleeping gas. Of course, you'd have to be prepared for it, devise some kind of upgrade to your suit so that the sleeping agent doesn't have any effect on you. A gas mask. But the biggest problem with that solution is that you'd have to be smart about deploying it. Sneak up to a ventilation shaft when no one is looking. There's no guarantee you'll have an opportunity to do.
I say we take the risk, and I don't think we don't have the time, okay? Why are we so scared of getting our hands dirty? Or maybe Jan Dolsky ain't such a saint after all.
If you want my opinion...
No.
Okay, let's say we dealt with the... We need to take in... Which will connect it to the... We still need... I presume you already gave it some thought.
I'd like to listen to your ideas first.
Here's one. You could throw a party for our guests. Get them.
I just got a funny thought. Don't laugh, but if we learned how to materialize things, can't we?
Fine. Here, it's not the act, and that's going to take.
How about
Oh,
smart, simple, pretty humiliating?
a Rapidium.
How about
That's it. A
Oh, I can already hear the war drum beating. Get ready, Earth, for a Jan Dolsky invasion.
I'm starting to like the dynamic in this room.
Yeah, I like it. Almost.
What do you mean?
We managed to get on board, hijack the ship, steer it wherever we want. What next, Jan? Have you really thought this through? You said you'd get us to safety, buy us time to escape and hide, but what about you? Our disappearance might even be beneficial to the corporation. It could be convenient for them if we're gone and buried. But you, they'll be determined to hunt you down. They'll need to have a scapegoat. And contrary to us, are you sure you want?
Well, I have to say,
Anytime.
well, we're not going to be able to brainstorm. What a mature cult.
Well.
Let's just.
We're in it.
Oh, I can't.
Yes.
Thanks for sticking around, buddy.
Of course. So, you think we're gonna make it? I mean, get out of this on our own terms?
I'm pretty damn sure we will.
Well. Is that unwavering positivity on? Huh. Be careful. It can become a habit.
Don't worry. I won't forget about the cynic in me.
I hope not. If anything happens, remember to take good care of yourself. You owe it to all of us. And stay positive.
Right. You too, buddy.
Ready for the big trip? What about you? I mean, do we have the data from the QC, for our bright future?
Yeah, about that. I'm afraid we wouldn't be able to use any of it.
What? You're telling me now?
I'm sure you'll think of something better when we land.
I'm gonna have to, man. Good things don't come to those who do nothing.
So, it's not goodbye, right?
Of course this ain't a goodbye.
You know how I know it?
'Cause fierce ocelots always stick together. Yeah. So, keep up the good work, comrade.
You too, buddy. Take care.
John, how are preparations? Is everything ready?
I'm ready.
And your altars? Are they well hidden?
Can I be sure you'll keep your part of the deal? I know about Patient 313, and many others, probably.
You do.
Is that how you're gonna treat my altars as well? And just erase their data if they happen to die?
No escaping my mistakes, it seems. Yes, I admit, unfortunate things happened. Very unfortunate. And I regret them deeply. I didn't want anyone to suffer, but it happened. I can't turn back the clock. All I can do, all we can do, is make sure this tragedy doesn't go to waste. We're so close to changing everything for the better. You can't let me down now.
You? What about my alters?
Your alters? I know you've grown close, but you need to think rationally. You know you can't give them a normal life on Earth. You'll never be able to do that. What you can do is make their existence really matter. Not just for you personally, but for a much bigger purpose. That's something we can only do together, you and me. Please, just think about it. Don't let emotions get the better of you.
It's brutal, but deep down, I'm afraid you might be right. I wasn't thinking much about their future when I was creating them.
But you can sense what a transgressive act it was, and you feel the responsibility for it. Deep down, you know what's the most reasonable thing to do, and safest for you.
For me?
Yes. You are aware that if we don't follow this through as planned, I will have to disclose everything to the corporation?
What? No, why?
Because it would be the truth. About you. Using my knowledge against my intentions, taking advantage of my trust to break the law and do something inexplicable for purely selfish reasons. You'd spend a lifetime in jail, be stigmatized by society, and as for your alters, well, like I said, they have no future anyway.
I guess that's a lot to think about.
Of course. I understand it would be hard for you to let go of your alters, after all you've been through together. But you need to remember one thing. Whatever promises you made to them, remember, Jan, they are merely quantum simulations of your mind draped in mortal human flesh. You owe them nothing. So I advise you to think this through very carefully. One false move, and you can destroy everything you've struggled for. Or you can come back safely and live your life as you want, a free man. All you need to do is simply smuggle your alters on board the ship as you were told to, and nothing else. Don't overthink it. Do the right thing.
So, this is it. Thanks for saving my life, being a home for me, for us.
This is the Allied Corp Rescue Squadron at your service, sir.
Hello. You made it.
We made it. Hear that, guys? Praising us for getting here on time. You made it, Dolsky. And we couldn't believe the brief when we read it. How are you feeling, big guy?
Ready to do it all over again, if needed.
What a champ. I wish I'd met you earlier. Operating that base, getting into the other side of the planet, collecting Repedium, all on your freaking own. Yet we've been having heated debates about how you managed it.
It wasn't so hard, really. Once you find yourself in a fix like that, you just have to do your best. I'm sure anybody would have managed.
Well, I beg to differ. What you did was exceptional. You better prepare to be the talk of the town. Anyway, you must be beaten. Get that gritty ass of yours on the ship while we run a final checkup on that CB unit. All right, boys and girls. Let's go retrieve some Allied Corp assets. Okay, let's get that rupidium loaded first.
On it, sir. Scanning for contamination. Hey, there's something strange about this one. It's heavier than the bioscanner readings.
Contamination?
I don't know. Organic traces.
Dosky, did you have a cat that climbed into a rupidium arc or anything?
Cat? No. But I do recall seeing cockroaches. You know how those suckers can survive anywhere.
Oh, man. Are you for real? You think you can point me to their source inside the base so I can confirm your theory?
Listen, I think I've explained myself enough. I did my best to collect as much rupidium as I could. I don't want it to go to waste because of your doubts. If there is anything wrong with that arc, I'm sure Allied Corp experts on the ground can take care of it. But everything I've collected must be brought back to Earth.
Okay, Dosky. You win. But whatever's in there, that's on you.
What do we do, sir?
Load them. All of them. Just make sure those containers are sealed tight. You'll get a proper checkup when we land. We gotta clear the place and get out of here. On the double now.
See how this plays out. How did I end up here? This path just a random sequence of events? Now I know that there's always another way. I've made my choices. Wherever I go, they will be a part of me.
Protesting against the inaction of the government, but also the Big Six corporations, which, despite public subsidies, have done nothing to solve the global food and water problem. Agatha Wilson, member of the board at Allied Corp, has condemned the violence and denied any responsibility for the attacks. Despite the ongoing fiasco of Allied Corp's space mining mission program, Ms. Wilson has expressed her confidence that finding rupidium and bringing it to Earth is only a matter of time. Meanwhile, Dr. Terrence Maxwell, who recently left LA-Corp to start his own company overseas, has publicly spoken out about his former employers, calling them incompetent and counter-progressive.
Humanity has always looked to the outside world for solutions to its problems. We call ourselves Homo sapiens, a wise species. But have we reached our limits? What if the wise human could evolve into an inerrant one?
The interview received mixed reactions within the scientific community. We'll be talking about all those controversies to our experts shortly after the break.
Hello?
Jan, are you ready? Your driver should be there any minute.
You didn't have to send a driver for me. I know how to get to the airport.
Come on, you know you need to keep a low profile. Maxwell was very specific about it when he let you travel back to your place. You're gonna have much more freedom once you get back to us.
Yeah, I know. Low profile.
You didn't contact anybody, did you?
Oh, just, the media?
Please, Jan, this is serious.
All right, sorry.
Fine. So, did you manage to pack all the things you wanted from your apartment?
Yeah. Not so many of them, it seems.
Okay then. Now, just so you know, your new passport is ready. Remember to use that one, okay?
Isn't that a bit much? I mean, I'm not a wanted criminal.
It's Maxwell's request. He wants to be on the safe side. That's why he got you a private charter. They're never too meticulous about those. But officially, you're a dead man, right? Ally Corp can never find out that your spacecraft made it back to Earth with Rapidium.
Is Maxwell planning to pretend forever that he doesn't have it?
I don't know. Maybe you should ask him about his plans. He can't wait for you to get back.
I can't wait to see the results of his work.
Yeah. His new project is everything to him. Maybe they're not making progress as fast as he wished for, but once they get their hands on more Rapidium, Maxwell's new partners are planning to expand their space mining operations in the course of next year. You really should ask Maxwell in person about the details, though.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I think it's high time Maxwell fulfilled his promise and let me find out if my altars are safe. He's been taking his time with it.
I talked to him about that. He knows how important it is to you. But he wants to know your motives are pure. If you're fully dedicated to his undertaking.
Dedicated? What's that supposed to mean exactly?
Well, I think he's suggesting you should join them. Become part of the experiment yourself.
What?
Listen, just get on that plane and talk to Maxwell in person about it.
What if I change my mind and don't get on that plane?
You'd be breaking an agreement you had with Maxwell. And I don't think you want to do that.
What do you mean I don't want to do that?
Let's not find out, okay? Your driver is almost there.
And?
Just come back as agreed. You'll smooth things out with Maxwell on site. Oh, and one more thing. I tried to get in touch with Lucas Pena, like you asked. Good news is, I managed to track him down. He's back in his hometown, working with local kids or something. Bad news is, he wouldn't respond to any of my messages. Blocked my number. But, of course, we can keep trying from a new one, if that's what you want.
Yeah. Keep trying. I know he'll break eventually and hear me out.
Okay, sure. Just got a message from your driver. He's waiting downstairs. You'd better get going, Jan. Get out of that old cramped apartment and embrace your new, exciting life. You ready?
Yeah. I'm ready. It's nothing.
That's a lot of personal stuff for one guy.
Now please keep the focus on more important assets than Bosky's own life. We ain't got all day.
Yes, sir. Head out to the research lab and we should be done.
You set up the research lab, huh? What a guy.
Come on.
Quantum core secured.
All good on our side too.
Come on.
All right, let's get the hell out of here before we get fried.
Made it. This takes care of everything now. How did I end up here? Was this path just a random sequence of events? Now I know that there's always another way. I made my choices. Wherever I go, they will be a part of me.
Nobody. Good news on the food front, as another Rapidium food factory has been announced to open next month. This time not by a big corporation, but a small startup aiming at producing low-cost, high-quality products for everyone. It's the first time a company from outside the Big Six has taken Rapidium from research to production. And experts have no doubt that this is only the start of a bigger process.
Having these smaller companies who got their share of Rapidium entering the market is great news. Let's remember that those startups have big ambitions. They want to be innovative, think outside the box. And their priority is not to boost their stock prices, but to make their mark in the industry. I'm sure more will follow to create a competitive environment, and in the long run, Rapidium-grown food will become much cheaper and more available to everyone.
More on that subject in our business segment right after the break.
Hello?
Hey, Jan, it's Sarah. Ready for court? The driver's on his way.
I've been stuck in this apartment for months. I'm excited to go anywhere. Even if it is my own trial.
Right. Just stick to the version we discussed, okay?
That version in which I'm just a clueless builder.
Correct. As expected, Maxwell is trying to pin it all on you. Hijacking the ship, conducting those branching experiments without informing him. We have to convince the court that it was exactly the other way around, that he made you do all those things. Are you ready to do that?
Of course. I was just doing as I was told.
Good. We have to use the conflict between him and Alacorp to our advantage.
And the corporation is still on my side.
They'll never admit that they lost control of your mission.
So the strategy to put the blame on Maxwell...
Is consulted with them, yes.
Yeah. Why does it feel like I'm selling my soul?
Please, Jan, it's not the best time for moral dilemmas. Keep Ally Corp happy and they will have no interest in complicating your trial. They got Rapidium, and they don't want anyone questioning the methods that were used to get it.
So... if I want to play along...
You need to make Maxwell look like a madman.
Maybe that's all he ever was. Okay. So, how did the morning hearings go?
Your mission controller testified, Lucas Pena. And he disclosed some very incriminating facts about Maxwell's experiments from the past. It's gold for us.
Man. I hope I didn't bring disaster on us by encouraging Lucas to face the truth.
You encouraged him? Well, what can I say? It is going to complicate the picture for Ally Corp. But that's not our problem. In fact, it can turn all the attention to Maxwell and possibly even get you acquitted.
Really? It's that good?
It can be. Just play your role of a grateful employee and let the corporation take over the narrative.
Yeah, right. Anything else I should know?
I reached out to your ex-wife. She agreed to testify in your favor and against Maxwell.
Really? That's great news.
Yes, being backed by the new head of Rapidium Technologies will definitely score you some points.
Do you think I could talk to her after the trial?
Technically, you could, but I'm afraid she's made it very clear that she'd prefer to stay away from, well, everything that concerns you.
Oh. I see.
Let's practice your testimony.
Yeah, no need to do that. My driver just arrived. I should go now.
The driver can wait. Are you absolutely sure you've got this? Your future depends on it.
I know. Don't worry. I'm ready to face it. So, how did the morning hearings go?
Your mission controller testified, Lucas Pena. And he disclosed some very incriminating facts about Maxwell's experiments from the past. It's gold for us.
That's the spirit, Lucas. Go get him.
Yup. Looks like the corporation is gonna have a lot on their plate because of that one. But that's not our problem. In fact, it can turn all the attention to Maxwell and possibly even get you acquitted.
Really? It's that good?
It would be if it weren't for that situation with the rescue team. People lost their lives, and the prosecutor thinks your recklessness might have played a role.
I'm not responsible for their deaths.
Blaming Maxwell might help you convince the court about that.
So, it's either the clueless idiot scenario or jail.
That's basically it.